Welcome to Kaumudy Global. The concept of an Indian rocket force started with the onset of the Integrated Guided Missile Development Program IGMDP in 1983 under the leadership of our former president, late Dr APJ Abdul Kalam. Prior to that, India had almost all the rockets like grade 122 of Russian origin. So when the IGMDP was started, its mandate was primarily to build indigenous capabilities to design, develop, manufacture different kinds of missiles. The intention was to switch over from unguided rockets to missiles. And as a result, 5 types of missiles were planned to be developed under IGMDP. One of them was Prithvi, the surface-to-surface missile with a range of 150 kilometers, which was supposed to be a battlefield support weapon for the Indian Army. The decision by the Defense Ministry to procure indigenous short-range ballistic surface-to-surface SRBM missile Pralay, a conventional weapon that has become ready for induction in just 7 years, gives Indian Army the heft to its war-fighting capabilities. The missile will be India's first tactical quasi-ballistic missile and will give the armed forces the capability to hit enemy positions and key installations in actual battlefield areas. Having assigned Prithvi the role of a strategic weapon known for tactical support, you need another weapon, and hence the development of Pralay by the DRDO. But even before Pralay, a short-range system called Prahar was made, which was 200 kilometers in range. The Pralay missile project was sanctioned in 2015 and is a derivative of the Prahar missile program, which was first tested in 2011. Prithvi, Prahar and Pralay, this is the kind of progression that has taken place. There is more about Pralay. Pralay, along with the BrahMos supersonic cruise missile, will form the crux of India's planned rocket force, a concept that was envisaged by former Chief of Defence Staff, the late General Bipin Rawat. Sources in the defence establishment made it clear that only conventional missiles would come under the planned rocket force as and when it's ready, while nuclear weapons would continue to be under the ambit of the Strategic Forces Command. Sources said Pralay was formed through elements from multiple missile programs that include the K-series of submarine-launched ballistic missiles and the Ballistic Defense Shield program. The canistered Pralay missile, with a range of 150 to 500 kilometers, has been developed according to the specifications and requirement of the Army, which was looking to arm itself with a tactical conventional missile that could be used on the battlefield. Incidentally, both China and Pakistan have tactical ballistic missiles. Why do you need a rocket force? When you want to attack targets in depth, say 500 kilometers, you need a weapon to paralyze the adversary's infrastructure completely. The rocket force is becoming an important part of the battlefield strategy, mainly because now the concept of non-contact warfare is coming. Gone are the days when people go fight with guns and swords. Now you go and paralyze the enemy's warfighting resources, whether it is an aerodrome or to the ordnance factory or that ordnance as depot. What is the thought process behind rocket force? There are many lessons which we learned from the recent Russia-Ukraine conflict. One of the lessons was that we realized that any missile which you are launching against the enemy should have stealth characteristics. That means it should not be detected by the enemy radars and electronic measures. The battlefield support weapons in tactical scenario will always be conventional. That is because nuclear weapons are not used in the tactical battlefield scenario at all. Our nuclear policy is very clear. No first use policy completely eliminates the use of any of the strategic weapon systems as far as the warfare is concerned, unless we are attacked by nuclear weapons. Whereas Pralay has an aerodynamic trajectory, it flies within the atmosphere. The advantage is that because if a missile is taking an aerodynamic shape, the prediction of the flight path of the missile cannot be done for engaging in missile by another missile, what we call an anti-ballistic missile system. We have capabilities to deter different types of threats, which is why we can see different types of rockets varying in ranges from 150 kilometers to 5,000 plus that can be deployed from various platforms. We have platforms like air-based platforms, we have ship-based platforms, we have submarine-based platforms, and we have land-based platforms. So from any platform, we can launch a missile today. India has coverage for 360 degrees as far as adversaries are concerned. This is Anjana signing off. Do like and share this video. For further updates, subscribe to Kaumudy Global.